ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभू कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ॐ वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। हम योग वशिष्ठ का निर्वाण प्रकरण उत्तरार्ध 19वां सर्ग देख रहे हैं। कल हम यही विचार किए थे कि केवल मनोमात्र स्वरूपात्मक यह जीव ही सबके उपादानभूत ईश्वर रूप प्रकृति का शरीर है और वही व्यष्टि रूप से सब जीवों का पर्यटक शरीर भी कहा गया है। उसके बाद हम देखते हैं यही अव्यक्त अनंत, ये तो हो गया भाई। कल हम देखते हैं चंद्रमंडल विराट रूप कैसा लिया। Yesterday we are discussing the Yoga Vasishtha Nirvana Prakaran, last half and 19th chapter of it. Yesterday we saw how the moon is taken as the creator of the universe. इस चंद्र रूपी विराट जीव के संकल्प स्वरूप ही ये ब्रह्मा विष्णु और भगवान शंकर आदि देवता हैं तथा उसी के चित्त के चमत्कार स्वरूप ये सूर असुर और पक्षी आदि नाना प्रकार के जीव समुदाय हैं। Yesterday we saw this, the universal being in the form of Chandrama, moon, is the universal being by thought of which these Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, etc., all these gods and all these different beings, animals, birds and demons and human beings, everybody have been created by this universal being, which is moon only. How it is, we have discussed yesterday elaborately. Since 2-3 days we are discussing it. The connectivity of one being is there with all the innumerable beings in this universe. So one can be taken as the universal being, and he will be the creator of the universe, because it has, just as the finger can be taken as the body. When finger does something, the body does something. This is how every being is the universal being. Not only moon, not only sun, nor any individual, because individual is in all relations, it is related with the absolute. So it is the form of absolute. From this we can conclude that every individual is subject to time, space and conditions, or the changeful process of the nature, or the misbalance condition of three qualities, or anything, whatever we see, it is imbalanced. That's how it is appearing as if it is many, but in reality there is no many, it is only one. This is the essence. So every individual is identified as the universal being, not only moon.
So Swamiji, every individual is a creator?
Yes, it is a creation and it is a creator also. From this point of view, as we discussed now, every individual is a creator and creation, both together.
Swamiji, what about things that are not individuals? Whether they are only creation or they are only...
Individual is a thought, and universal being also is a thought only. So you are free to think as you like.
No, Swamiji, like plants and animals, do they also come into that category?
You can become an animal, you can become a god also. This is the secret of Tantra. You know, in Tantra, they practice something, and thereby they become tiger, they become dog, a cat, they can become anything they like. Yes, and they will come back again to the human body.
इसी में भी हम अपने आप को परिवर्तित कर सकते हैं,
परिवर्तन कर सकते हैं. उसका तरीका बताऊं? तंत्र में कैसा इसका प्रयोग करते हैं. The technique. If you want to become, say, tiger, you have to kill a tiger and take its skull, and you have to put in some ground filled with soil, and in a particular time, that is according to astrology, you have to see that particular time. Once or twice it comes in a year. At that time, you have to take a seed of a particular tree. There is a tree. It has some flowers, just some flowers with thick petals, and it is a thorny plant, but big tree it is. And thorns are just like, what kind we can say? The thorns will have also leaves over the thorn, on the end of the thorn. It is a peculiar tree, and it flowers, it will have fruits, and seeds must be taken, fruit must be taken at that particular time in midnight, and put that seed in that soil on the skull of the tiger. And when there will be a tree and it will flower and fruit, then take the fruit. If you keep in the mouth, you will become tiger. When you take it out, you will be human being again. This is the trick. But it is not easy to do. And in that particular time also there is every chance of obstructions to get that seed. There is another way to make your wealth unending, whatever you like. In Tantra, these are practical, they do it. They do it. They use all these things according to a system, particular system, and time, and object, and how to use that object. The methods are there. And you can be all-knower. If you do some trick, practice some trick, you will know whatever you like to know. Past, present, future. And other trick is, whatever you say, that will be right, it will occur. Whatever you say, it will not go wrong. There is in one night, you have to do something. All these are secrets of Tantra. It works. It works. Sometimes, mostly people use it for negative purpose, so this power doesn't remain for long. If it is used for selfless purpose, it will remain as long as you like. You can use it for good of others.
Swamiji, Tantra increases the tamas.
Yes, mostly when we have power, we generally use it for negative purpose. If there is a stick in your hand, you will see the children, they will go on beating the plants and animals and anything they like. They see have a blow. Negatively, almost people use it, and that's how they suffer. They suffer. They suffer. Because it has a tendency. Why the negative tendency is seen in everyone? It is easy. Downgoing is easy. But upgoing is difficult. So negative is always there in everyone. It is easy, and the nature of the nature is negative. nature is negative. What is negativity? Negativity means not to see the right thing, hiding the right thing, hiding the truth and showing what is not there. This is called nature. So it is, whatever we do, everything is negative. Now somebody was telling how information is negative. Whatever we do, everything is negative because we are in the nature, force of nature. To be a human being also, it is negative only. नहीं है? Birth itself is a curse and death also. That's why we try for liberation. There is some hidden desire to be free from all these. Yes? नहीं समझे? अरे हम दुनिया में जो कुछ करते हैं सब नेगेटिव फोर्स के कारण। प्रकृति ही है, प्रकृति ही नेगेटिव है। क्यों नेगेटिव है? वो सत्य को ढक देता है, सत्य को नहीं देखता है और सत्य को ढक करके जो असत्य है उसी को दिखाता है। तो तुम्हारा मनुष्य जन्म क्या, देवता क्या, जो कुछ भी प्रकृति के अंदर जो कुछ है सब नेगेटिव फोर्स का ये फल है। शरीर धारण करना ही नेगेटिविटी है। इसीलिए तो सारे जन्म मृत्यु से छुटकारा पाना चाहते हैं हम। नहीं चाहते हैं सब, लेकिन देयर इज एन अर्ज, अंदर तो कहीं ना कहीं है हमको क्या आराम चाहिए। हम परेशान है इसी दुनिया से, कौन नहीं है परेशान? पार्डन?
ये व्यवहार में बोला जाता है क्या फिर लाइफ इज ब्यूटीफुल?
लाइफ इज ब्यूटीफुल बोलते हैं ये व्यवहार।
हाँ, व्यवहार में बोलते हैं मैं सुखी हूँ, थोड़ा देर के लिए, एक पल के लिए मैं सुखी हूँ। कौन सुखी है दुनिया में?
डिजायर खत्म नहीं होते।
डिजायर से जब तक है कौन सुखी रह सकता है? और डिजायर के बिना शरीर कहाँ, जिंदगी कहाँ? कोई तन दुखी, कोई धन दुखी, कोई मन से रहे उदास। कहा कबीर सारा जग दुखी। कबीर का वाणी को कोई काट नहीं सकता, सारा जग दुखी। सुखी है कि रामदास? हो गया, समझ में आ गया, सारे दुनिया ही नेगेटिव है, पाप का फल है। क्या? Yes, the substratum, the source is positive, and we have forgotten it. That is the greatest sin we have occurred. We have forgotten the truth. We are just swimming in the ocean of untruth.
So Swamiji, everything has to finally come to positive.
Yes, but there is a tendency to go negatively in whole nature. Nobody can escape from it. इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं नेगेटिव करना आसान ही है. Negative is easy because nature helps you to go negatively. Your nature is so. जी.
But ultimately, the positive is more powerful than the negative.
Ultimate is truth. Ultimate is truth.
No, ultimately the powerful than the negative because the substratum is positive.
But they are not allowed to activate. The positive forces are hidden. You obstruct them by negative power.
But if it is activated, it
Yes, it is. Positive is always सत्यमेव जयते, इसी को कहते हैं. The truth is always winner. जी माता जी, you are telling something. Solved.
गीता में भी तो आया ना, अनित्यम असुखम लोकम इमम.
हाँ जी, गीता तो भगवान यही कहे.
भजस्व माम.
अनित्यम असुखम लोकम imam prapya bhajasva mam. Having coming to this world, think of me only. And one who comes to me, he gets rid of all these troubles. Jo mame vaje prapadyante maya mayetam tarantite. One who comes to me, he go across the river, ocean of Maya, the nature, who has trapped you there.
माया भी नेचर कोई माया भी बोलेंगे.
माया ही तो है. अलग अलग शब्द कितने बार हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं. माया कहो, प्रकृति कहो, मूल प्रकृति कहो, और पराशक्ति कहो, कुछ भी कहो, मन कहो, प्राण कहो, शक्ति कहो, कुछ भी कहो, सब उसी का तो नाम. और उसी के बारे में तो कल प्रणव के ऊपर चर्चा हो रहा था. तुम कुछ भी कहोगे उसी वहीं पर जाता है वो. कुछ भी कहोगे, क्यों? उसी का तो विकास है. हम कितने भी अलग अलग हो जाएंगे, हम है मानव, क्योंकि मनुष्य पैदा हुए. कोई यूरोपियन, कोई इंडियन, कोई जापानीज, कोई अमेरिकन, but all are human beings, because we are born of one being, that he was human in the beginning. This is what the Bible also says. All the religion, they accept the absolute one, but they name it differently, and they understand it's a different manifested powers differently. That's why all these religions are different from each other. Because difference is the law. So we have to be different from each other. If two objects are 100% similar, they cannot be two. They will be only one. This is the law of nature. अच्छा, तो सृष्टि के आदि में चित्तोपहित चित्ती के विवर्त रूप से चित्त की चमत्कारिता को प्रकट करते हैं. चित्ती है.
क्या हुआ ये?
हाँ, वो कहते हैं चित्तोपहित. चित्तोपहित मतलब चित्त कंसर्न विद द चित्त. Chitta means a subconscious mind, and we have a individual subconscious mind and universal subconscious mind. Universal subconscious mind is the first thought, that is to become many. I am one, let me be many. Eko ham bahushyama. That is the universal chitta. Chittopahit, whatever is concerned with the chitta, चित्ती के विवर्त रूप. And when it is identified as I, the ego of the universal being, that cannot keep quiet, it has to activate. Because the tendency is there to be many. That's how it identifies itself as something. Let it be anything, but something. So, the power is called Chitti, the supreme power. And that supreme power which is known as Chitti, के विवर्त रूप से चित्त की चमत्कारिता होता है, चमत्कार करता है सब. When this power means it cannot be stable, it has to go on changing. Energy, the supreme energy, universal energy. Energy means a changing process. So, when it changes, it creates wonder. The change itself is wonder. This is how the whole world is a magic show, a wonder, the greatest wonder. How it creates wonder. Rebirth means superimposition or attributes, which is not. Rebirth baad matlab one becomes the other instead of the reality. It looks to be different. Rebirth यही तो, विवर्तवाद में snake and rope and snake. There is no snake, but we see the snake on the rope. This is called superimposition. विवर्तवाद इसी को कहते हैं. And other example we give always, some actor acts the role of somebody, he becomes that at the particular time. Say, in Ram Leela or Krishna Leela or whatever drama we play, one has to play the role of somebody, and he makes up like that, and he appears like that, which is not, by dress, by name, by appearance, everything. He becomes something else, whereas he knows I am not so. The internal feeling is always continuous. That is the truth. And he acts as something else. Some boy, Pappu, Pappu acts the role of Rama, and his parents also are sitting in audience, and they think, my Pappu has become Rama. And they respect also. They will offer some flowers, garlands as Rama, but they know it. And other ignorant audience, they don't know who is Rama. They only know it is Rama. And the director knows, and all other persons, members of the drama party, they also know he is Pappu, not Rama. But others, the audience, they don't know. What are you then? If you want to know the truth, you have to have relationship with the director. That is what we are doing, what else? who has acted what role, so that you can give some rewards. So this is how the whole world is a wonder, and every moment the supreme power works wonder. सृष्टि के आदि में चंद्रमा की अत्यंत सूक्ष्म अमृत कलात्मता की साक्षी रूप से जान रहा विराट प्रजापति जब देवताओं के शरीर का संकल्प करता है, तब शीघ्र वह चतुर्मुखादि शरीर भाव में ही स्वयं सिद्ध की तरह स्थित हो जाता है। तात्पर्य यह है कि वह सत्य संकल्प वाला होने से शीघ्र संकल्पित रूप में ही परिणत हो जाता है। दिस वी हैव डिस्कस्ड यस्टरडे। व्हाट इज सत्य संकल्प? 1/3 manifests. How it manifests? Because it gets all the essential power of all the thoughts. All the thoughts merge in it. So it becomes powerful and it manifests then and there. That's how one thought manifests. And the thought of the universal being, because of its strength, whatever he thinks, it manifests then and there. And that's how the universal being becomes many innumerable beings. So, in this multiple beings, which is in one group is called universe, creation, in that our creator Brahma, Vishnu or Shankar the destroyer, every being is, of course, is a superior being. All these are superior beings. They have some powers because they are the primordial beings. So they know all about the further developments. The architect knows all about the buildings built afterwards, whether the contractor or the engineer or the masons or the laborers have played their parts in creating this building. But the architect knows everything because he is the initiator. He is the starting point. अच्छा, ये बात, अरे क्या कमाल कर दिए यार। इकट्ठा सा, अरे ट्रे में ले आना था। टी ब्रेक। अघोरी, अरे वो कहाँ से अघोरी आ गया फिर? तो कहीं को कहीं हम चले जाते हैं, किसी जंगल में घुस जाते हैं, रास्ता भूल जाते हैं। फिर अघोरी बाबा, ये क्या हो गया इधर? अघोरी लोग, यही तो मैं कल बताया था ना, ये विकार को दूर करने से, निर्विकार होने से, मन एकाग्र होने के लिए बहुत जल्दी ताकत पाता है, एकाग्र जल्दी हो जाता है। और ये तंत्र मंत्र भी खाली विश्वास के ऊपर सब काम है। विश्वास हमको विश्वास होता कि ऐसे होगा, क्योंकि ये अनयूजुअल है। हैं? चल रहा है, ठीक है। अरे ये कुछ और दिख रहा है सब। हाँ जी, चलो। तो इसी प्रकार अगर यही है, खाली विकार को दूर करना है। कुछ भी करो, मन में विकार नहीं होना चाहिए। और हमारा विकार होता है गंदगी से, ज़्यादा करके हम गंदगी से हमारे मन विकृत हो जाता है, और उसी को वो शुरू करते हैं पहले से। हम तो मन का विकार दूर करने के लिए क्या क्या सब अलग अलग मेथड कर अपनाते हैं, ऐसे भक्ति, कर्म या ज्ञान योग या राजयोग, क्या और कुछ योग सब अभ्यास करते हैं, सदाचार और धर्माचरण इत्यादि इत्यादि। कितने हमारे पास रास्ता है। वो मन को साफ करना मतलब विकारहीन करना। कुछ भी हो जाए उसमें विकृत नहीं होना चाहिए मन। और इसका मूलभूत सत्य यह है, मन अगर दूसरे से किसी के प्रभाव से विकृत या प्रभावित हो जाता है तो उसका अपनापना खो देता है। जो शक्ति है उसमें वो नहीं कर सकता है। मनुष्य का बुद्धि के सामने बाघ का बुद्धि क्या है? कुछ नहीं है। लेकिन मनुष्य बाघ से डरता है। क्यों? कि उसको देखने से उसका मन विकृत हो जाता है, भय से विकृत हो जाता है। अगर भय नहीं करेगा, वही तो अहिंसा का मूल सूत्र है। और महात्माओं के आश्रम में बाघ बकरी एक घाट में पानी पीते हैं, इसी के ऊपर तो है। उनका मन जब विकृत नहीं हुआ, अहिंसा भी, सत्य भी, ब्रह्मचर्य, ये सब इसी के लिए अभ्यास किया जाता है। ये पॉजिटिव पाथ टू मेक माइंड प्यूरिफाइड and make it one-pointed. When your mind is not restless, then you have the power to influence everyone and do wonder. That is because of our practice of non-violence, truthfulness, celibacy, helping others, sharing with others, serving others, or loving others. All these are positive ways to make the mind pure and one-pointed. And all those negative ways are there. Negative ways to start with all the impurities, deal with impurities and try to be steady, not be influenced by it. Though it is difficult, yet they practice it. Say, eat the excreta and have no hatred. Arey, how can I do it? But if you can do it, your mind, if mind is not influenced by this hatred or rejecting things, accepting things, etc., all these, if it is not affected by it, then your mind is pure. Purity means one-pointedness. That's all. So we can do it by negative way and by positive way. But negative way is always dangerous, because if you are not successful, then your journey is dangerous. Again, you have to start from beginning. But if you are not successful in a positive way, you are not a loser. For example, you are doing some business. You are always losing, you are not gaining. So you have investigated a particular amount of wealth and you are doing business and you are not successful. So if you stop your business in between, what happens? What is the result? You are a loser, isn't it? Suppose you are doing something, some business, and you are gaining little. And if you stop in between, leave this business, I am not going to continue it. So if you stop that in between, you are a gainer, you are not a loser. This is the benefit of positive marga, positive way. But in the end, both reach one point. But in the end also there is a barrier. In clockwise and anti-clockwise we have to reach 12, isn't it? But anti-clockwise is not taken as time, but clockwise we say it is time, isn't it? There is a barrier always. You see many of our we see in the history many great persons, they achieved the oneness with the truth by negative way. Say Hiranyakasipu, Ravan or Kansa or many other negative persons. They got liberated, but by negative way, by enmity with the God, by hatred with the God, by pride, by many other negative ways. It is always dangerous. And positive way, all these devotees and all those whatever we see in the history, so many people have achieved the highest by positive way. और गीता में भी यही तो कहे, अर्जुन पूछा था, जब कोई साधक बीच में वो आधा रास्ता में पथच्युत हो जाता है, जोग भ्रष्ट हो जाता है, तो उसका क्या गति होता है? भगवान कहे कि वो उसका नाश नहीं होता है. He will be again supported and he will start where he has left. Other example we can take besides this business. Suppose a boy is studying in some school. Every class he fails. He is not promoted. In every class he is detained for 2-3 years. And in between, if he leaves the school and goes home, and again he tries to continue, where from he will continue? And if one is getting promoted every year, if he discontinues, then again after discontinuation he starts to continue. He will continue where he has left, isn't it? After 2-3 years, I have left my studies, say, a 9th standard. After 2-3 years, if I want to start again, I will be admitted in 9th standard and I will go on proceeding further. But if I have failed in the 9th class, shall I be allowed in 9th class again? This is the negative aspect, and that is the positive aspect. Positively, you are always gainer. Negatively, you are always loser. And if you have failed in 9th standard, again you have to start, then you have to appear the interview also. All those old certificates will not do. In this way, our Aghoris and others, many other sects are there. They use negative method and they get success. जैसे भांग पी करके, दारू पी करके, दारू पीते हैं, ये कोई जैसे क्या कहते हैं, ये शक्ति उपासक लोग, और जैसे क्या कहते हैं ये नाथ लोग, ये सब दारू मछली मांस सब, इसको कोई मना नहीं, कुछ भी खाएंगे, कुछ भी करेंगे, नेगेटिव पावर्स। और तंत्र मंत्र वगैरह भी ऐसे ही होता है। हाँ, मुर्दा को खा लेते हैं। चाइनीज लोग क्या करते हैं, क्या वो आदमी मर गया लड़ाई में तो उसको खा करके आगे बढ़ेंगे। और क्या करेंगे। In this way, our universal being thinks as it likes, and it becomes that, and this is how the supreme power works on wonder. Supreme power means a third power, nothing else. उसको कहते हैं चित्ती, चित्त का विवर्त। चित्त जो परमात्मा जिसको कहते हैं सत्य, सत्य का विवर्त हुआ ये चित्ती पावर, the attribute it takes. इसीलिए हे रघुत्तम, इस चंद्रमंडल को ही आप संपूर्ण जीव समष्टि रूप विराट जीव का स्थान और अपंचीकृत पंचभूतावयवयुक्त शरीर समझिए। इसी का जागृत अवस्था रूप से सबको अनुभव होता है। अच्छा, ये हमारा जो जागृत अवस्था के साथ जोड़े, क्या कह रहे हैं वो है राम जी, ये जो चंद्रमंडल है इसी को आप संपूर्ण समष्टि जीव मानो, विराट रूप मानो, और इसका स्थान कैसे, इसका स्थिति कैसा है, अपंचीकृत पंचभूता अवयव, पंचभूत का अवयव जो अपंचीकृत हुआ है, पंचभूत में बदला नहीं, बाद में बदलेगा, अभी नहीं बदला, तो उसी रूप में वो रहता है। उसी को हम अव्यक्त कहते हैं। भाई वो शब्दों का सब खेल है। अव्यक्त जो है, पांच भूत भी उसमें है, तीन गुण भी उसमें है, क्या नहीं है उसमें, अहंकार भी उसी में, पूरी अष्टक भी उसी में है, सब कुछ उस अव्यक्त में है। अब जब व्यक्त हो गया सब अलग अलग हो गए, इसी को अव्यक्त रूप मानो, और वो चंद्रमंडल ही जब हमारा जागृत अवस्था होता है उसमें सबको अनुभव होता है कि मैं कुछ हूँ, जो संतुष्टि मिलता है जागृत अवस्था में कि मैं हूँ, ये संतुष्टि उसी चंद्रमंडल के कारण है, अमृत के कारण है। He says, "O Ram, take this lunar system to be the universal being, and its situation its position is unmanifested, all these 5 elements and 3 qualities and sattva, rajas, tamas, and all these 8-fold body, everything is unmanifested, and that is called universal being, the nectarian being, the lunar system, and that is only we experience in our waking state. Everybody feels satisfied with its existence. When do you feel so? At deep sleep? No. In dream? No. Only in waking state we are satisfied. Oh, I am yet living. I am not dead. All this satisfaction and contentment we experience in waking state because of that nectar which is the universal being and otherwise known as lunar system. Lunar system, why we say? Only because of the abode of nectar. And nectar is otherwise known as contentment, satisfaction, and equilibrium, and all these, the divine qualities what we know, the highest divine qualities. Then otherwise known as nectar, because it gives you immortality, it gives you satisfaction, contentment, and continuous happiness, that is bliss. So what else we know as nectar? This is nectar. This is how indirectly he proves what is the situation of all these beings, innumerable beings, and the state of our waking state, and how all these wonders take place. One becomes many. This is all wonder. See one tree, and when you see the tree, there is no tree. Only branches, sub-branches, foliage, flowers, fruits, or birds. All these you see. And in that also, if you see one branch, there will be other branches and so many things. One, the moment you look at the one, because of name and form, the truth is hidden, one is not seen, it appears as many. This is the wonder of the nature. Chitti, the supreme power, it hides the truth. इसीलिए है रघुद्वा, इस चंद्रमंडल को ही आप संपूर्ण जीव समष्टि रूप विराट जीव का स्थान और अपंचीकृत पंचभूतावयुक्त शरीर समझिए इसी का जागृत अवस्था रूप से सबको अनुभव होता है. But generally we don't go so deep in our relative life. Who wants to go to understand such secrets? What will you get? Only seekers after truth, they discuss all these. Common people are not worried about all these. We are going on, let us go on. चंद्र रूपी विराट जीव से व्यष्टि जीव का प्रसार जो पहले कहा गया है उसका उपादन करते. Again, he gives the detail of multiplicity, means the process of becoming many in detail. You see how the words create confusion. To divide and to multiply, are they have same meaning? Have they same meaning?
No.
Huh? I want to divide something and I want to multiply something. Have they same meaning? Just opposite. Multiply and divide. In mathematics we have all these adding and deducting. In philosophical mathematics, multiplication is divisibility, nothing else. If you don't divide, how can you multiply? Because in the beginning there is one only. There is one potato. If you want to make it many, you have to go on cutting it and dividing it. Then only you get many pieces of the same potato. Isn't it? So divisibility is multiplicity. There is no difference. And adding is deducting. This is how mathematics, philosophical mathematics is different than our relative mathematics. And philosophy grammar also is different from sadharan literature, common literature grammar. I has a form. I has a form. I have a form is wrong because I is singular and third person. Third person I, it is not first person. Understood?
That last part, no. I had a farm.
I has a form. That I is not this I. It is third person singular number. So we have to use has, isn't it?
It's not I.
This I is not that I.
So he is referring to which I?
Yes, then you have to use as third person singular number.
I is universal I.
Universal I. It has many forms. It has.
It has.
I has different forms.
I itself, yes.
Yes. So when it is used as third person singular number, then you have to change your common grammar.
I within apostrophe.
Yes, yes. That big I. I is always big. But we don't use it as the big I. क्या कहते हैं वो इसको, वो अरे वो हमारे बिग बी, क्या नाम उसका,
अमिताभ बच्चन।
अमिताभ बच्चन को बिग बी कहते हैं। सो हियर इट इज बिग आई। इसी प्रकार वो कहते हैं चंद्रमा रूपी विराट जीव से प्राणियों के जीवन के साधनभूत अन्न आदि सब पदार्थ जो औषधियों में चंद्रकलाओं के प्रसार रूप है सर्वत्र प्रस्तुत होते हैं। दिस इज हाउ ही सेज all these beings are originated from moon only, because moon has the nourishing effect in all the plant lives. So, without plant life, no other living beings are possibly they can live, because they depend upon plant life. They get their food from plant life. So, the nourishment is from the moon. So, in this sense also, moon is the creator of all these beings. You are supported by food, and food is nourished by, it is got from the plant lives, and plants are nourished by the moon. So originally, moon is the creator. From this sense, see the argument and the logic.
That's why we don't, nobody, is advising us to touch the flower during night time. No, don't touch the small flowers or some trees
Huh?
at night time.
Night time, what happens?
We don't disturb.
Yes, you should not. You should not. Yes, because it gets nourishment. While some person is eating, you should not disturb him. Don't disturb me, I am eating now.
ये तो भी बोला जाता है कि जितने भी फूल हैं या फल हैं वो सारे रस जो लेते हैं चंद्रमा से ही लेते हैं।
हाँ, लेते हैं सब, सारे वनस्पति दुनिया चंद्रमा के बिना कोई नहीं जी सकता है। अच्छा, एक और सवाल मैं पूछूंगा, अगर चंद्रमा में सारे नरिशमेंट है, अमृत का भंडारा है, तो चंद्रमा में क्यों पेड़ पौधे नहीं? If moon is the nourisher of all these plant lives, why there are no plants in the moon?
Because that is source of source doesn't have the capacity.
Moon has got some kind of similarity with the earth, and scientists have also reached over there.
But there is no,
No
as per the modern scientists, there is no life in moon. They say no living beings, no beings are available there. Not only on the moon, in Mars and other planets, they don't believe there are some beings. But as per philosophy, every being is a being. Is a being. So moon also is a being. And whether it is universal being or individual being, it is the source of life. Life is not absent anywhere. Life is all pervading. That is how the universal life. And the same life is manifested as all these planets, sub-planets, or the sun or moon or whatever we think. The whole universe is a living being.
Moon is the mind of the universe.
Yes, yes. ये ही जीवित प्राणियों के शरीर में जीव होकर जाते हैं और मन होकर के अनेक कर्मों के कारणभूत कर्म क्रिया करते हैं। वही चंद्रमा ही कितना सुंदर वो श्लोक बताया। तान्येव देहि देहेषु जीवा जीवन्ति जीवीषु मनोभूत्वा विचेष्टन्ते कर्म जन्म सुकारणाम। कर्म वही चंद्रमा के कारण होता है और देहधारी जितने जीव हैं वो जीवन को यापन करते हैं उसी के शक्ति से, वही सबका जड़ है। और मन हो करके चेष्टा भी करके कर्म को करते हैं और कर्म फल को भोगते हैं। सबके जड़ में वही चंद्रमा है। मन हो करके ऐसा होता है, कर्म करता है, कर्म फल को भोगता है जीव, और वही प्राणियों के अंदर रह करके जीव कहलाता है, जीव बन जाता है और जीवन को जीता है। That moon alone, being individual being and having the mind, he does all the actions and gets the result of it, and the whole creation goes on.
जीव भी अन्न द्वारा ही पैदा होता है।
हैं?
जीव भी अन्न द्वारा ही पैदा होता है। अन्न खाते हैं फिर शरीर में से प्रोसेस होता है, फिर जीव उत्पन्न होता है।
जीव
अन्न से
अन्न के बिना कोई जीव नहीं है, इसीलिए तो कहा गया अन्न वही ब्रह्म। अन्न
पैदा भी होता है।
है
अन्न खाने से जो आदमी अन्न खाएगा उससे वो स्पर्म बनते हैं, फिर जीव उत्पन्न होता है।
बिल्कुल
उसके थ्रू ही आता है।
बिल्कुल अन्न के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता है।
थ्रू उसी के आता
हाँ, उसका एसेंस ही तो जीव बनता है। उसका एसेंस तो सारा कर्म करता है। और दूसरे ढंग से हम अगर समझेंगे तो रज और वीर्य ये दोनों चीज अन्न से ही बनते हैं। अन्न से रज और वीर्य ये दोनों शरीर में बनते हैं, तो अन्न से ही तो बनते हैं। और दोनों के संयोग से फिर तीसरा एक कोई जीव पैदा होता है। ये सारे दो मिलने से तीसरा होगा। दो फोर्स एक्ट करेंगे तो डायगोनल फोर्स पैदा होता है। तो यही तो सृष्टि का रहस्य है और ये मेथड है। जैसे मन में होता है ऐसा शरीर में होता है, हर चीज में होगा, कर्म में भी होगा। इसी प्रकार ये सृष्टि का रहस्य को सब समझो, कैसा सृष्टि चलता है। हाउ द टू फोर्सेस गेट टुगेदर टू हैव द डायगोनल थर्ड फोर्स। इन दिस वे द फूड where from we get nourishments and the creation goes on. Progenies, we have progenies from food only, and the individual being after death in a subtle form, it goes on wandering to have some source through which it will enter to the male and female. And then it will produce another body. And that body he will use. The subtle body creates the gross body in this way by the process of this food and producing energy, and energy is always activated, it goes on creating this process. हे श्री रामचंद्र जी, इस तरह नानाविध आचारों से युक्त असंख्य विराट के शरीर तथा असंख्य महाकल्प बीत चुके हैं, आगे चलकर होते होंगे और इस समय है भी। ओ राम, in this way that universal being becomes many in different ways, innumerable beings are created in this way, and in the past they were there, and in present they are there, in future also they will be manifested. All the time. It was, it is, it will be. So creation is never destroyed. How it is? Have you ever seen or ever heard in history or from any long living being? The sky was sometimes yellow and sometimes green or sometimes brownish. Have you heard it? The sky is always blue.
But it happens blue lights and green lights.
And that is momentary. The sky is originally always blue. It was blue, it is blue, it will be blue. So similarly, the creations are always like this. They were there, they are here, and they will be also go on being created. All these are imaginations. On what basis it exists? Thoughts are always there. Thoughts are yet there. And they will be also. Thoughts and the ignorance was there, is there, and will be there. Ignorance, absence, this is which is not there. So not there is always there. Because if I am there, my shadow, my reflection is always with me. When
जो है वो नहीं है,
जो है वो नहीं है. One who is present is not present in this way. And that is called ignorance. I am, that's how my shadow is. That's how my reflection is. That's how my thoughts are there. That's how I am not there. This is the wonder of the supreme power, magic power. When the boy is there in the class, that means the boy is absent. How? He is absent in home. he is absent elsewhere. Because he is present at one place, so he is absent in other places. That is a comparative term, presence and absence. And as long as we are in relative world, as long as we are using our mind and intellect and the language to understand or make others understand, always it will be like this. The truth is not there because it is there. This is the language, the wonder of the language. The present is always absent, the absent is always present. इसी को गीता में कहा गया, ना भावो विद्यते सतः ना सतो विद्यते भावा. Existence is always existence and absence is always absence. There is no absence of absence. There is no absence of absence, because if absence will be absent, then it will be present. So, absence is always there and presence is always there. That's why we are puzzled in relative world. If you give up both, then you are saved. You have to keep quiet. Don't talk. Don't talk. Don't talk. Keep quiet. Silence is the only language which is perfect. Other languages are imperfect. हे श्री राम जी, ब्रह्म से अभिन्न अतएव अवधि शून्य एवं महान व्यष्टि और समष्टि के देह संबंध से युक्त इस अनुभव रूप अधिष्ठान सत्ता से ही तद्विवर्तो विराट पुरुषः इस वर्णित रीति से सब देश और सब कालों में परम विराट पुरुष इस मायावृत ब्रह्म में ही अवस्थित रहता है. क्या कह दिया आखिर इस अध्याय का उपसंहार करते हुए कहते हैं, हे श्री राम जी, in the end of this chapter he says, Vasishtha says, O Ram, that absolute Brahma, the Supreme Self, from that Supreme Self, which is not other than it, which is not other than it. See the trick of language. Having no time, abadhi sunya, having no, what we can say, abadhi sunya.
Distanceless. Distanceless.
अवधि मतलब खाली डिस्टेंस नहीं, टाइम का है, टाइम, टाइमलेस, वी कैन से टाइमलेस. O Ram, only from that absolute Supreme Self, which is not other than that, which is timeless and greater than the greatest, and which is individual as well as universal, and because of the contact with the body, by its experience of the the basic truth, अधिष्ठान सत्ता से जुड़ करके अनुभव ले करके, this sentence is given to us. Tad vivarto virat purusaha. That this sentence is given to us. This sentence is from the absolute truth and not other than that, and which is timeless, which is the greater than the greatest, which is the individual and universal both, and which is experienced by the existence itself. This is said, tad vivarto virata purusaha, that the Supreme Being, that Supreme Being or universal being is transformed into this. Transformed into this. Vivat, transformed or superimposed like this. इस वर्णित रीति से, in this explained way, the method, सब देश और सब कालों में, in all the time and all the space, in respective of time and space, that universal being covered by illusory power is existing as the world. All these complicated words, yes, you have to go on pondering over it. That universal being enveloped by the illusory power is existing for eternity, eternally existing. So there is no dissolution whatsoever. As we think and as it is said to us, there is creation and for some time it exists and then it is dissolved, destroyed. All these are only thoughts. When you go to sleep, where is your world? And that's how they said, if your dream becomes longer than the waking state, that dream will appear to be real. Please go on dreaming continuously for 20 hours and sleep for 2 hours. See, wake for 2 hours, see which will be more influential, which will appear to be true. Thus ends the 19th chapter. In the 20th chapter we shall see वासना, कर्म और इच्छा के अनुसार संकल्पों के सर्जन से व्यष्टि जीवों की समष्टि के साथ समता का वर्णन. In this chapter we shall see the similarity between the individual being and the universal being in respect of desires or the thoughts and actions and the desires and the thought process and the creation. Every individual also goes on creating. Every individual is a creator. है कि नहीं? बचपन से बच्चा प्रैक्टिकली अगर हम देखेंगे स्थूल रूप से, बच्चा कभी चुप रहता है क्या? पैदा होते ही हाथ पैर हिलाता है। बिना कर्म से तो कोई नहीं रह सकता है। Nobody can remain without doing anything for a moment. The moment the child is born, it starts doing something. Moving its hands, and if it doesn't move, then we say maybe it is dead. So in this way, the individual being starts doing work, actions, and gets the result of it. If the child falls down because it has not learned how to walk perfectly, so he will weep also. He will get wounds. Because he is a child, will he not get wounds? Because he does not know how to walk, will you forgive him? If you fall down, you will get struck, you will get pain. So the result of the actions you get, they are not there. Whether child or ignorant or old or young, no consideration. Every action will have reaction. In this way, all the individual beings are ever engaged in doing actions, and the universal being also, and the individual being also goes on creating. Action means creating something or other. हम जिंदगी में क्या क्या नहीं किए हैं। भोजन बनाए हो, that is also a creation. Cooking is a creation. Eating is a creation, isn't it? Studying also is a creation. Creation means change. That's all. Basic understanding. Creation means a changing process. And how many we have created, what all we have created, and what all we have received in return. Considering all these very minutely, our great saints and sages, they have given us the code of conduct, how to live a successful, happy life. That's how all the scriptures and all these discussions and everything because of it only. So tomorrow we shall see all these. 20th chapter.
स्वामी जी 19 का एंड में एक लाइन लिखा है ना, चंद्रमा मनुष्य भूत्वा हृदयम प्रविशत।
अच्छा, ये संस्कृत में
हाँ, उसका मीनिंग क्या है?
ये सर्वतोनुभव रूपया
नहीं, वो नहीं।
और
चंद्रमा मनुष्य भूत्वा, वो टीका में कुछ लिखा हुआ है एंड में।
एंड में कहाँ नहीं है, इधर तो नहीं, टीका में
एडिशनल नोट्स में कुछ लिखा हुआ है।
ब्रह्मा का दिया है और इसको दिया है।
कहाँ?
अच्छा ठीक है, उसमें नहीं होना चाहिए। अब ऐसे ही बता दीजिए। चंद्रमा मनुष्य भूत्वा हृदयम प्रविशत।
अच्छा, मन बन करके हृदय में प्रवेश किया। मन बन करके हृदय में प्रवेश किया, और इसी को दूसरे भाषा में कहते हैं तत्सृष्ट्वा तदनुविशत। मन के रूप में प्रवेश किया, और कोई कहते हैं प्राण के रूप में प्रवेश किया, एक ही बात। तो भाषा बदल जाता है। चंद्रमा भूत्वा हृदय में प्रविशत, यही तो बात है। प्राण होकर के भी हृदय में प्रवेश करता है, और हृदय में प्रवेश करना मतलब इम्बैलेंस क्रिएट करना। हृदय तो एक समता का नाम, जहाँ कोई अस्थिरता नहीं है, और उसमें अस्थिरता पैदा हुआ तो प्राण भी पैदा हुआ, मन भी पैदा हुआ, सब कुछ पैदा हुआ। तो उसको दूसरे भाषा में, उल्टा भाषा में कहेंगे, मन उसके अंदर प्रवेश किया, हृदय के अंदर, अथवा प्राण हृदय के अंदर प्रवेश किया, अथवा परमात्मा ही प्रवेश किया, एक ही बात। मन हो करके वो तो जीव भी बना, और जीव के अंदर वो मन बन के प्रवेश किया या प्राण बन के प्रवेश किया, जैसे भी कहो वो लगता है ठीक, कैसे भी कहो। अरे ये तो भाषा की चाल है। The play of words. Whether you see, there is a saying in Vedas, creating all these he entered into it, or else it was not moving. It was not moving. So just as creating a toy, the creator of the toy introduced a cell in it and kept the remote in its hand. As it likes, the toy can move. So in that way, after creating the creation, the universal being, when he saw it is not moving, so he entered into it. Tat sritva tadanubhisat. Creating that, he entered into it. So entered into it in what way? He himself is it, and he entered into it in the form of movement. That movement is mind also, prana also, anything you like. He became movable. And ideas also, that momentum also. In this way, Chitti, Saraswati is known as Chodayatri. It gives a momentum to every being. So that Supreme Power entered into every being. It created everything, and it entered into every being, every object and subject to move on. As you mean it, as you express it, it is your matter, it your problem. उसको सीटी करके उसके अंदर घुस गया। अब जैसे मकान बनाने के बाद गृह प्रवेश करते हैं, नहीं करते हैं। We make the house and we enter into the house. That's how the Creator creates the creation and enters into it. Creation means names and forms. It enters into the forms and get movable. इसी को कितनी भाषा में कितने अलग अलग करके सब कहते हैं, कन्फ्यूजन क्रिएट करने के लिए। क्या करें? इस कन्फ्यूजन को सॉल्व करने के लिए एक ही रास्ता है, जड़ को मत छोड़ो। अगर जड़ में खड़े रहोगे ना, जब भूकंप आता है ना, संध्या है जड़, वो इधर खड़ा हो जाओ, जहाँ दरवाज़ा है, खिड़की है, वहाँ खड़ा हो जाओ, सारे बिल्डिंग गिर जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होगा तुम्हारे, तुम बच जाओगे। भूकंप में यही तरीका है अपने को बचाने के लिए। When the whole building collapses at the time of earthquake or any cause, stand on the door side or window, you will be saved. Yes, nothing will happen to you. So go on discussing whatever you like. You will be clear only when you stick to the neutral zone. This side and that side. Or else you are gone case. इसको समझने के लिए यही तरीका है। जड़ को नहीं छोड़ना। हरि ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय, शब्दा ब्रह्म की जय, सरस्वती महारानी की जय, जोगवशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय।